Welcome back to Indian Trace. I'm just going to go ahead and kick this off. And first of all, I want to thank, as you can see, just these 5 artifacts, and there's something about these things that I have to highlight them and just show them. There's always a new community showing up, different people coming by, click in online, that sort of thing. And then there's some veterans that you guys just, you're faithful to continue watching videos of all the great North American Indian artifacts found. If you surf around, I've said it many times, so many of us, okay, the shout out first of all is to Flintspaw, who stepped up and did his video on a smoking dozen. These, I guess, were supposed to be in it, sort of, because all I did before, and we're going to highlight some of these pieces, just 5 more, because he was right. He took a dozen of his favorite artifacts, favorite pieces, and some of these pieces that I'm looking at right here, you don't find in duplicate. At least 3 of these, maybe 4, I've never found anything close. Now, I found some other really great hammerstones, and we're going to take a look at this one. But all the rest of the things here, never found anything like it. So Flintspaw, check his video out if you haven't seen it, Smoking Dozen, whatever it is, and you're going to see, I don't even have words for it, mind-blowing artifacts that he's found throughout the years. And I found great stuff. I am never unthankful, but in a good way. I'm envious of great artifacts people find. I think it's great, but I don't want them. I think they're fantastic. I'm so happy for them. So let's check these out. Here's a point I found at the Vulture. The reason I want to do this is because I pulled out 12. It just happened to be 12 from one of my display box bins, the one that I keep my top pieces in. Now, I can't fit a lot of the stuff in it like this. And those weren't necessarily my all-time favorite artifacts. It's very difficult to make that decision, as many of you collectors know. So I put them up there and just thought, hey, it'd be fun. Let me call people out and tell them to go ahead and grab 12 and put 12 of their favorite artifacts up there, and hopefully it'll take off, because no doubt Flintspaw's video was, whoa, I almost dropped it. I'm over some soft material though. Look at the back of this. Was staggering. Staggering. Look at that S-curve on that. Exactly the way they wanted to relieve this. Give you a good look at this banded rhyolite. Never found a blade like this at all from the Vulture, Site 5E, just to give you a good look at it. And Flintspaw, I know you probably checked this out. Unbelievable. Those pieces staggered me. I didn't make the comment on that, but just crazy. So I thought you were right in that you should definitely show other pieces that are favorite, not just points that just so happen to turn out that way. And I'd love for a lot of the people that tune in to go ahead and, pull them. Pull some of your favorite stuff. Let's jump around. Look at this thing. This was found in just next to Hidden Hill. I call it F Properties. And it is a strawberry quartzite. And it is absolutely incredible hammerstone. If you could feel the weight of this, it's absolutely perfect weight, working weight. You can see the red is a quartzite. Is the cortex. And then the white areas are where they were working. You can see wherever the red is, their fingers must have been, because they were just used to the stone, used to the tool, and they would hold it there. And that's the part that never got hit. Unbelievable. This, and you can see right there where your finger lays. And so the working edges are complete, and stones around here, my focus is not working, there you go, do not come like that. We don't have cobble streams or anything. Nothing. Don't find a lot of stones around in these sandy areas. And I mean big areas, huge areas in coastal Piedmont area. Great hammerstone, staggering. Wanted to show you that. That definitely should have been, if it was a smoking dozen, in there. So he inspired me to go ahead and just pull 5 of the things that many people have seen before, but are worth seeing again all the time. I mean, look at this scraper. Unbelievable. I found this at the Pinnacle, which is Site 1. It's unbelievable flint. Definitely a hide scraper. You could feel it. It's absolutely perfect size. You can tell it was used tremendously, and its beauty is just perfect. And it's just almost ground. It's not ground around the edges, but it's worked. You can tell it was worked. It was brought to an edge, but it was worked. It's sort of smooth. It's just an incredible piece right here. I'm hoping that this natural light will do the justice that I believe it will. Just to show you these 5, because I'm sort of revisiting the Smokin' Dozen and just doing my best to put other artifacts in there. I just kicked that dozen off just to try to get people out there just to pull 12 of their pieces, and so that we could see a history of people's finds as we keep moving forward. Sometimes I think we forget about that. That is an incredible scraper right there. Such an important tool. Look at the beauty on that. I mean, it's absolutely perfect size right here. I mean, perfect. Perfect for hides. And you can grip that thing. I bet that thing was covered with fat and blood. Just great. Just great. That's great to me. It's the way life was. That's what it's about, right? Look at that scraper. Of course, you see, in the middle, you're looking at that banner stone. Flintsball mentioned that it might very well be jade. Might be. We'll take a look at that. But first, this from where I went today. W Properties. My goodness. I did mention F Property for this right here. But that's just because of my friend, and I don't want to say their last name. Absolutely stellar point right here from W Properties. It was a thin day. It was a day out there maybe a year or two ago when everything was in crop lock, like it is right now. L-O-C-K, crop lock. Everything's locked down for the most part, but I've been working hard to see if I can find some points and doing, decent, knowing exactly where I need to go and having a lot of rain to help me. But everything's locked down in crops right now. This piece is incredible. Don't ever find pieces like this. Not around here. I hope I find more, you never know, but this was absolutely perfect. Just the way they made it. And that site does share from time to time just incredibly stellar pieces. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it should have fit in a smoker's dozen, right? Give you a look at it. No doubt, no doubt. Completely different eras probably from this one right here. Banded rhyolite, and then this one. Love it. And then, of course, never find banner stones like this. I mean, it doesn't have to worry about getting hit by the plow again, just a couple little small pieces here. But this thing, if I can get the right lighting in with that scraper. You see my hand right straight through there. Unbelievable. That's inclusions in the rock, not broken at all, smooth as can be. Sort of like a marble. If I would say it feels like anything, it's marble. It's a lot harder than soapstone. Way harder. Way harder. It is green. It is veined. And when I found it, I had no earthly idea what it was. Almost chucked it in the woods because the hole was filled in. I thought it was a rock. That happens. I mean, don't knock me. I was an amateur, and it was about 4 years ago. But this is an incredible piece I've come to know, and if I can just get the detail, you can see a lot of etching around the top hole where they, maybe I can do this. See if I can do it. Where they were drilling and working into it. I don't know if it's going to come in. Maybe not too much, but there it is. But just scratching to get in there and drill the hole straight through. Nice piece, right? Incredible. So, worth a little bit of time. I know there's some guys out there I'm doing this for who just can't get out and hunt anymore, and they say they really enjoy the videos to get close to these North American Indian artifacts. And I'm telling you, between Flintsball's video last night and these, that supersedes many a museum visit where they're featuring and proud of, but they're, you know, they frame in broken pieces and what have you, and it doesn't come close to what I think our community is putting up there, which is just staggering stuff. So if I can get it all in there in my viewfinder, I will, and I'll finish. Really appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. And I guess that should have just followed the Smoker's Dozen. It's still the Smoker's Dozen. Just choose 12, put up 12 of your favorite artifacts all together, and that's a great thing. Hope you find out there.